Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Encrypted and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a very special video for you guys. As you can see, what you are looking at is an automatic zero-tick sugarcane farm. And I mean, you're probably seeing it but not believing it. I mean, look at this. It's growing instantly and being harvested all on its own. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build this exact contraption in your worlds, hopefully within 30 minutes. So, guys, I'm not going to tease you any longer. We're going to get right into this. But before anything else, I need to quickly give a huge shout out to a creator on YouTube known as Silent Whisperer. Now, this guy definitely doesn't need a shout out from me because he's got a pretty big channel. It's 140,000 subscribers pretty much. This guy has all kinds of Minecraft videos, including tutorials, tips and tricks, and other things like that. And unsurprisingly, that is where I found how to build this nice little contraption on his channel. His video was just freaking phenomenal, his tutorial was great, and he explained everything in depth and made it very clear on how to build this. So again, huge shout out to that guy for making this video even possible, because without his tutorial, I wouldn't have a clue what I'm doing. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this. Alright guys, now right before we get into building this, I quickly want to explain just real quick what this really is doing right now, because I'm sure it looks like a lot is going on, and there is a lot going on, but let me explain just a tiny bit in depth, showing you guys exactly what happened. So basically, every time sugarcane is harvested from this thing, it's dropped into this chest. How is it harvested? Simple. These pistons up here are being activated every time this observer is activated. The observer gets activated whenever sugarcane grows in front of it, and whenever sugarcane grows in front of it, chances are all of the sugarcane is growing in front of it. So all of the sugarcane is getting harvested at once from one observer activation. Now, where is the sugarcane getting dropped into? Into that minecart. That minecart is getting activated from that powered rail every time the observer turns on. That observer is essentially powering every single piece of this build, but there is one part that's on its own, which is right here. These two pistons are pushing these stairs back and forth constantly against these pistons. And the reason that's so important is because I believe that has something to do with keeping the ticking rates moving. I don't know exactly what's going on right now with that, but I do know that it is so important to have these stairs being pushed back and forth constantly to keep the sugarcane growing. And this lever right here conveniently turns it all off. So you want to turn it back on, you just pull the lever and there it goes. Turn it off and it stops. Pretty simple. But I wish it was simple. It's actually not that simple. We're going to get into this, alright? We're going to get into this. Here is what you're going to need for this build, alright? You're going to need any kind of any kind of solid block. It could be stone, it could be dirt, it could be iron, diamond blocks, I could care less. As long as it's a solid block, you are good to go. You're going to need glass, you're going to need a powered rail, well, you're going to need lots of powered rails. You're going to need 2 blocks of redstone, you're going to need a good bit of pistons, you're going to need, I have a different colored glass just because I'm fancy like that, but you guys can use the same color glass if you want. You can just use regular glass. You're going to need hoppers, good bit of hoppers. You're going to need, I believe, 4 chests. I know that much. You're going to need a few rails, regular rails, 1 observer, a good few redstone repeaters, 1 lever, 1 button, some redstone torches, a lot of redstone, 1 minecart with a hopper in it, a bunch of stairs. Again, it doesn't matter what kind of stairs. As long as they're stairs, you're going to need a few of those. You're going to need a good bit of water buckets and a good bit of sugarcane. And if you have all those, you're ready to go. Okay, so we are finally ready to get this thing going. I'm going to build it right here, alright? You don't need a huge area, but get a decent sized area just so you have plenty of room to work with. But this is the size I'm going to be working with, just from here to there pretty much. So, first things first, take your 2 solid blocks of your choosing, which in this case I chose stone brick. Put 2 blocks like this, alright? And then jump on top of it, break 2 blocks down, 2 blocks next to each other. This is where the chests are going to go, alright? And then break 2 blocks down next to that, and put a hopper connected to the side of that chest, and then a hopper on top of that hopper, and then a hopper on top of that chest. Alright, and now we're going to dig 4 blocks outwards. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? And then bring the hoppers all the way out here. So this is what it should look like so far. Chest right here, 2 stone blocks, whatever blocks you chose right here, and then 5 hoppers extended from here. Okay? So the next step is you're going to go 2 blocks, leave a 2 block gap, so 1, 2, and then right here dig 2 blocks like this, and put 2 blocks of redstone. So there's a 2 block gap right here, 2 blocks of redstone here, and then do another 2 block gap like that, and then dig a total of 4 blocks outwards, like this. Okay? And next, you're going to dig 2 blocks down, 1 block down there, and this is where the next chests are going to go. What you're going to do with this is you're going to put a hopper on top of there, dig out that block and put a hopper there, connect the hopper to the top hopper, and then extend these hoppers outwards this way. And there, that's what it should look like so far. So we got the hoppers over here ready to go, 2 blocks of redstone in the middle, 4 hoppers right here with the chest underneath. And now that we've got that done, what we're going to do now is we are going to construct the railway that the minecart with the hopper is going to go on. So here's how you start it. Put 1 powered rail right here on this hopper. And remember, to put things on hoppers, you have to crouch. So just remember that. So 1 powered rail is going to go here on this hopper, and then a regular rail is going to go right here in front of this powered rail, and then the rest are going to be powered rails all the way till we get to these final 2 hoppers. These 2 hoppers, you're going to put regular rails on, and then you're going to connect all of the other rails with powered rails. There. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, you're supposed to break this block and put a powered rail here. That way it doesn't connect like that. Anyways, this is how it should look. Once you've got this ready, you break this, and boom. So this is how it should look now. So now, do you see where this regular rail is? Right in front of that, you're going to put glass, and you're going to extend it all the way to here. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. Oh, just like this. So this is how this should look. And now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a block that the sugarcane can grow on. So in this case, I'm going to use dirt, and you're going to put it on top of these rails, and you're going to start right in front of this regular rail. So right here at this regular rail, start in front of that, like this. And stop at these regular rails. Like that. And I think it's 11 blocks in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 11 blocks long, so. Okay, so now that we got the easy / basic part of the tutorial out of the way, now we're going to start getting a little bit trickier, alright? Now you need to get out your pistons and place them facing like this. Break these 3 though. So you're going to have a piston facing this way, right in front of the glass, facing towards the glass. You're going to do that on this side as well, just like that. Alright, and you're going to do the same exact thing on this side as well. So, oh, not like that. There, like that, and right here. Perfect. This is what it should look like. And once you've got your pistons placed like this, the next thing you're going to do is we are going to kind of wall this like tunnel off, this part right here. We're going to kind of build a wall around it. Just like that. And use glass for it, by the way. I'd recommend using glass. So there's that. We're going to bring it all the way back around, just like this. So you should have like a tunnel looking thing right here and right on the other side as well. Just like that, made out of glass. So now what you're going to do is you are going to fill all of these pieces of glass with water buckets, alright? Just like this. So it should look just like that. And what we're going to do is we are going to waterlog the, the water using stairs. So here's how it's going to have to look, alright? This is the start of it, where the 2 blocks are that we just placed at the beginning of this tutorial. Put the stairs facing like this. Oh, not like that. Like that. And leave one opening at the end, on this end part. So again, on this side, just like that. So it is very important though, leave one opening at the end of this build back here. 1 block here, 1 block here. And the reason for that is because these pistons, once they're powered, they're going to keep pushing these stairs back and forth over and over. The reason the water's here is to keep the sugarcane planted and growing, and the blocks are going to be pushing all of the stairs back and forth, which is going to be like basically messing with the ticking rates, causing the sugarcane to grow pretty rapidly. That's why you have to do it like that. And before you put your stairs away, there's one more thing we're going to have to do with it, which is a little tricky. Not too bad though, but we're going to have to place the stairs on top of the current stairs like this. It's got to be facing like this. Okay, just like that. I'm going to do it on the other side as well. Oh, okay, like that. And boom, perfect. And what we need to do now is basically we gotta block off all of these stairs by using glass. I would highly recommend using glass for this part. So just gonna wrap around all the way around these stairs, just like that, and of course do it on the other side as well. Just like that. Okay, now this next part is the reason we use glass. We are going to put water buckets on these stairs, just like this, and fill in each one individually. That way you know for sure you're getting each stair. Alright, the reason we're doing that is, again, we're trying to waterlog these stairs. If you don't have these stairs watered like this, then the sugarcane's not going to grow right. So make sure you get these stairs waterlogged. And the reason we use glass is so we can look in through the glass and see if we got water in each one, which, as you can see, we definitely did. So that's how that should look. Alright guys, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we're about halfway done. The bad news is this is the hard part, which I'm sure you can probably already tell by my inventory. This is the redstone part. Now I will say right now, don't get confused on this part. If there is a part that trips you up, or if I say or do something that you're just like, whoa, what did you just do? Like, just rewind the video. It's not a big deal. It's better to make sure you get this done right rather than finish the whole thing and find out that you messed up on one tiny little part of redstone. Alright, because this part can get tricky. Alright, even I'm a little confused on some of it. Don't worry, we're going to get through this. Okay, so first thing you need to do is, we are at the back side of this build. Alright, see, this is where the rails curve. Alright, so we're at the back. What you need to do is put one solid block here, put a redstone torch here on the other side of the block, and then put a solid block on top of the redstone torch, put a redstone repeater right here, put it on 2 ticks, so it should look like that, and then put a solid block right there, 2 solid blocks right here, 2 pieces of redstone right here, and a redstone torch right there. Alright, so again, if any of that confuses you, just rewind the video, rewatch that part, alright? Okay, and now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of redstone right here, right under there. As you can see, that turned on this piston, so now it's pushing that, which is good. What we need to do now is get 3 blocks right here. Okay, so it should look like that. Put a redstone torch at the end of that block, and then on all 3 tops of the blocks, put redstone. And as you can see, both pistons are now activated. They're pushing infinitely, and what you can do is put down that lever right here, and boom, turns them both off. And I don't know if you remember or not, but the lever over here for this build turns everything on and off. One lever powers it all. So that lever right here is going to be literally the on and off switch for the entire contraption basically. So very important to put that there. Okay, so now that we're done with that side, what we're going to do is we are going to make a long redstone trail leading all the way up to this piston. Like that. And then we're going to put a solid block right here and redstone right here, and that will activate this piston. Now, just to let you know, in case you didn't use glass for this block right here, this absolutely has to be glass. If this part isn't glass right here, it's going to break the redstone circuit. So make sure this block right here is glass. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Put a solid block right there, put a piece of redstone there, and again, this block has to be glass as well, or else the circuit gets broken. And then we're going to bring the redstone all the way back to this redstone torch. So if we turn that lever on, it's going to activate these pistons and these pistons, which is going to push these stairs back and forth infinitely. And if there was sugarcane growing right here, the tick would be all screwed up, and it would make it so it would basically just grow rapidly, infinitely. So that's what this is all about. And speaking of pistons, we are actually going to place all of the pistons that we're going to need for the top part. So starting right here, going to drag them all the way across here and do the same thing on the other side. So the piston should be only facing, like covering the dirt blocks like this. And for this part, go ahead and get 3 blocks of glass placed just like that and put an observer right here. Alright, so this weird red button thing should be facing you when you put it down, and this weird little face looking thing should be facing the inside of the building, just like this. Alright guys, so for this part, I realized I made a minor little mistake. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I would recommend just fixing it real quick. These 2 blocks, this one right here and this one right here, I had them a bit too far, so what you're going to have to do is just, it's very simple. All you got to do, break the piece of glass above it, and then break the stairs, and then put a piece of glass in there on each side of the blocks, which I probably just showed you in the footage right there. But again, just to reiterate, minor mistake, probably isn't going to make that big of a deal, but it'll keep us on the same page for the rest of this, so just go ahead and fix that. Alright, so for this part right here, what you're going to do is basically you're going to build this kind of shape right here that I'm going to show you, like that. It's kind of like a T, and then put a block here, break the block below it, do the same thing with this. This is what it should look like, what you have. Alright, take a redstone repeater, have it facing like that, put it on 3 ticks, do the same thing with this repeater right here, 3 ticks, put a piece of redstone right there, redstone repeater right here on 4 ticks. Alright, and what this is going to do is basically what we just did is we made it so anytime the observer gets activated, it's only going to have 1 pulse. Well, let's test it before I say that. Let's just see. Alright, see? So we activated the observer just like that, and it only pulsed once, which is exactly what we want, because like I said before, the observer is going to basically trigger all of these pistons to activate to break the sugarcane, and you know, the minecart to go, and all this stuff basically from one observer. If the observer pulses twice, then it's just going to keep activating things randomly, and it's just going to look stupid. This kind of makes it more controlled, so that's why we built it like that. And once you finish with that, take some more redstone and take it like this across all of the pistons, just like that. And of course we need to do the same thing to the other side, so what we're going to do is take out more blocks, build like this, break the bottom block, take out a repeater and have it face like this, put it on 3 ticks, and then take the rest of your redstone and drag it across these pistons, just like that. Alright guys, I am very happy to say that we are almost done with this. Last few steps, real quick. Take 4 pieces of glass and build a little wall at the end like this, and then, time to do what we've been waiting, put all of the sugarcane back here. just like this. And you can go ahead and grow some of it if you want, because we're about to do a little test to make sure all of this was worth it. Alright? So remember, if this observer is activated, it should activate all of the pistons, and all of the pistons should break the sugarcane and cause it to, well, fall into the hopper minecart once it gets activated. So let's test this out. And it did! Just like that. As soon as the sugarcane grows high enough in front of the observer, it will activate the observer, which will in turn activate all of the pistons and cause the sugarcane to get broken. So that part we know for sure works. And just a tiny little side note, if you guys want, you could actually build a little roof on top of the sugarcane. Now, this would be basically to protect it from falling out of the sugarcane farm in case for some reason some of the sugarcane gets thrown up too high, it might fall out of the thing. This kind of protects it from doing that. And another thing is right here, if you want, you can put a button down, which I would recommend. The reason you would do that is because every now and then, apparently this observer repeater contraption we got going on here sometimes gets a little out of order and kind of just goes on an infinite loop. This button here, if you press it, it would cause it to, well, basically stop, which is exactly what you would want. It would kind of fix itself if you have a button here. So just up to you. Little tip, figured I'd throw at you. Alright guys, I'm so sorry. Just two more tiny little mistakes I made. This block right here above this piston should actually be glass. This needs to be glass, so just fix that. And then right here, this block as well needs to be glass. So, oh. And again, just to remind you, this repeater needs to be on 3 ticks, just like that. So sorry about that, final mistake, promise. Alright guys, this is it, the final step, and boy is it an easy one. All you have to do, put a piece of glass right here behind this piston, put a piece of redstone on top of it, 2 pieces of redstone right here, and then the final touch is to put the minecart hopper right here on there. And now it's time to see if all of the hard work you just put into this has paid off by hitting this lever. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, the pistons are working, they're pushing everything back. And the sugarcane is growing, and the pistons pushed that and broke it, and the hopper minecart is collecting everything exactly how it should be. As you guys can see, the sugarcane is still being harvested. Now that we finished this build, as long as any updates in the future don't break this build, this will always work. This is always going to be harvesting sugarcane, and you don't have to do anything. Also, real quick, just to give you a little tip, you can break those blocks. That way we can actually see what we're earning. Look at all this. Already a full stack of sugarcane. Look at it. It's just going up. It's just skyrocketing up. Let's go over here and check this side. Wow, almost a stack over here as well. Pretty cool, huh? So now you guys know how to build your own automatic 0-tick sugarcane farm. Just like this one. Actually, let's turn them both on. Let's see how laggy it'll get. It's a little laggy. I can feel it. I'm dropping a few frames here and there. Maybe we should turn this off, just in case. Anyways, guys, this is a really cool build, but definitely a more complicated one, though. There were a few parts where even I got stumped, and I mean, you guys saw I made like a few mistakes throughout the video, which is really embarrassing, but you know, I'm kind of new at this, and this is a pretty complicated build, so I guess it is what it is. But hopefully this video helped you guys out, and hopefully you guys were able to put this together easily, just perfectly fine. I hope this all worked out for you guys. Let me know below how many of you tried this out and if it worked for you or not. But yeah, this is the automatic sugarcane farm. Man, I just love saying that. It's just so cool. Look at this. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment below as well, and also subscribe to my channel if you're new. We're working our way up to 200 subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys lately checking out my channel. It's freaking amazing. And speaking of checking out channels, check out Silent Whisper. Again, that guy is the whole reason this tutorial's been able to be put together because of his tutorial that I watched. It was a really good video. I really think you guys should go check that guy out, see some of his other content on there, because that guy is definitely well deserving of more than 140k subs. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you guys in the next one, and good luck building your sugarcane farms. Peace!